Hello and welcome to the One Man Renegade Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Theon Burgag, and today is Saturday. And coming up later on tonight, is WWE Backlash coming your way from St. Louis, Missouri. So I figured let's do a little preview and we'll open up a box of 2021 Topps Finest. Now, I can't guarantee that a lot of people that are in this box potentially are on the card, but we'll see. We'll see what we can find, and maybe there will be a few. I mean, I guess Randy Orton and John Cena could be out of this, which that's the big main event, giving it the last time ever probably they will have a match. John Cena obviously in his retirement tour, and Randy Orton in his hometown challenging for the title. But if you missed any previous wrestling related videos, head on up there. There's a big old massive playlist of all the wrestling related videos as we previewed and previewed all the PLEs and all sorts of stuff over the years. There's a lot of videos there though, so if you're looking for something specific, a certain year, products, brand, league, whatever, might be easy to go search channel page. And while you're over there checking out all the amazing videos I've done, or you're right here, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications. Also give a nice thumbs up, like this video, hit that share button, share this with everyone, and down in the comments, tell me who you think's going to win all the matches tonight on the PLE, and then also check out the links and information in the description for all my other internet things. Go check those all out. All right, I know we're going back in time a little bit to back when Topps had the license before, went to Panini, and then came back. And we're opening up this box of Finest. Hopefully we'll find some cool stuff. We got Bianca Belair on the cover there. She is not scheduled to be on the card. Actually, she got injured at WrestleMania. She broke her hand or something. Fingers, something. She broke something. So I'm not sure how long she'll be out. Got Damian Priest, who actually is on the card tonight. He's in the Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. Championship. And then Shinsuke Nakamura, who just disappeared, comes back for a couple days and disappears and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. So he's had an interesting WWE career, that's for sure. So let's get into it, and we'll talk about the matches and everything as we go along. Yeah. We're looking for exclusive X-Fractor parallels. I guess I should have looked. Undertaker Tombstone tribute cards. Yeah. So there we go. There's was it four cards per pack, 7 packs per box. Let's get into it. So currently, actually, I'm recording this yesterday as you're watching this, or as it going up, I should say. So I don't know what happened on SmackDown. So potentially stuff could get changed or added to the card, but as of right now, there are 5 matches scheduled. John Morrison, actually saw him. This is random. Well, it wasn't completely random, but it was just kind of weird the way we're standing in line to go into AEW. Went to AEW when they were in Boston back in April. We're standing in line to get in, and all of a sudden him and Taya Valkyrie. I always mess this up. Taya Valkyrie, yeah, okay. Because there's Lyra Valkyria, but she was Aoife Valkyrie, and then there was his wife. They kind of just walked by the line, and then we're all just like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, what's everyone doing? Good." And then he kind of like walked around in a circle, and they had their luggage. They didn't really seem to know where they were going, and we're like, "Should we help them and let them know to find out where they're going?" It was kind of weird, but anyways, and he wasn't on the card anyways. I don't know if he had wrestled. He probably taped something for something. I don't know. Got Xavier Woods, X-Fractor, of course, the New Day or the Tag Champions, not scheduled to do anything tonight. And there's his partner, Kofi Kingston on the Refractor. Although that's like an old school Kofi. Is this like a... Yeah, I was going to say this is like a Survivor Series 2009. So some sort of insert set. Indy Hartwell, rookie card. Of course, she is now in TNA, which is kind of weird because like she got released, or either she got released or her contract wasn't renewed or whatever from WWE, And then times with TNA, but TNA is working with NXT, so that's very weird. Because, but the one thing that is interesting, as opposed to like, because like since the TNA and NXT have been doing like this crossover thing or whatever, working agreement, whatever you want to call it, you know, like last week, or this past week, Elias came back, but he's going as Elijah because that's his name in TNA, and like Fandango showed up one week, but he was going as JDC because that's his name, and then who was Dana Brooke, but she's Ash by Elegance now. So it's like it's funny seeing these people that used to be in coming back, but they're using their now TNA names. But for her case, she didn't have to because she's still Indy Hartwell. So I don't know if that's just her real name. I don't really know. It's always confusing sometimes, whereas like people come in and then they just use whatever name they were using, but other times people have to change their names. It's like, well, why? It's like it's always confusing as to how they pick and choose which ones. I don't know. Anyways, we got Paul Heyman, part of his new group with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, but not scheduled to be doing anything tonight. Aaliyah, she got released a while back. Oney Lorcan got released, but I think he's working backstage with NXT. And Timothy Thatcher, another guy that got released, but then is now back. He's working in Evolve, but he was on NXT this week, so. And that's, I guess, his rookie card. Interesting. All right. Next up, we got Ember Moon. Of course, she's now Athena in AEW / Ring of Honor. She's still the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, I believe. Don't really watch Ring of Honor too much, but I hadn't heard she lost, so. Candice LeRae, she hasn't been on TV in a little bit, which is interesting because last we saw her, she was teaming with Nia Jax, but then Nia Jax was gone for a bit, but then she came back. So what happened to her? I don't know. Commander Aziz, no idea whatever happened with him. Cedric Alexander, he got released a bit ago. A lot of speculation that he would go to AEW and be part of the Hurt Syndicate since he was part of the Hurt business to begin with. But there still might be lingering issues because I know his wife, Big Swole, was in AEW and things didn't end very well there. So there could be... So it'll be interesting to see what he ends up doing, though. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways. Keep going. I mean, try to find someone that's actually in the on the show tonight. Got Rick Boogs, rookie card there. Yeah, he got injured at WrestleMania 20. Was that 28? No, not 28. Definitely not 28. 38. When he was teaming with Shinsuke, and then he was out for a while, and then did he ever come back? And then he got released. No idea what he's up to these days. Jackson Rikers, I had no idea what he's up to. His things didn't end well for him either. He said some stuff, and we'll get Jey Uso, another the current world champion, but not scheduled to do anything. Interesting way they played it out on Monday, where he ended up getting knocked out by Logan Paul, but it was after Raw and after off the air. No one involved in any of that's involved tonight, so I don't really know. I mean, eventually they're going to do Logan Paul and Jey Uso. Maybe Money in the Bank? Maybe they'll do that Saturday Night's Main Event, actually. See that one of those two. But Jeff Hardy, he's TNA. Tagging with his brother. Interesting situation. They set up a match between the Hardy boys and the Nemeth brothers, but they're like, oh, we're going to be in Canada. And then they're like, oh, well, Jeff Hardy can't go to Canada. So, Matt, you're going to have to pick someone else. Okay. Interesting there. Charlotte Flair, it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with her now that, since she lost to Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, but where do they go from there? I don't know. There's Xavier Woods again, the regular card for Xavier Woods. Drake Maverick, the Refractor, of course, he got fired and rehired and then fired and then rehired. He's working backstage, I believe. R-Truth, a lot of people speculating that maybe R-Truth gets involved tonight. Of course, his childhood hero John Cena being in the main event, and of course he's siding with John Cena, even though it's John Cena's not it's trying to ruin wrestling and is the bad guy. So it's kind of like R-Truth turned heel because John Cena turned heel. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie. I don't know if he'll get involved in the match or not, but it could be an interesting little twist if he does. All right, next up, Jey Uso, once again, the regular version of that card. We got Roman Reigns. Not sure what's going on with Roman Reigns. Obviously, did the WrestleMania thing, lost in the triple threat, and then he helped Punk the next night against, and then they looked like they were setting up Punk and Reigns versus Seth and Braun Breaker, but then he hasn't been back since. So, that was only a few weeks ago, but at the same time, Punk was back on Monday, so don't know. They got Sonya Deville, she got let go, and Angelo Dawkins' current WWE Tag Team Champion. I was gonna say the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but it's the WWE Tag Team Champions. So again, not scheduled to be on the show tonight, but unless they set up something last night on SmackDown, which is potentially, I don't know though. All right, last back, and then we'll go over the card. Danny Burch, not sure what he's up to these days. Karrion Kross, he's had a bit of some stuff online. I don't know if that's going to lead to anything necessarily. Obviously, he was kind of feuding with AJ, but now they've pivoted with AJ going and feuding with the Judgment Day. So I don't know quite what's going on with Karrion Kross, but there we go. We got Roman Reigns and The Rock on the Legacies card. That's kind of a cool card. No idea what's going on with The Rock. He didn't show up at WrestleMania. I highly doubt he shows up at Backlash, but eventually they got to continue this story with him and Cena, right? Because that was how it all started. And then Travis Scott, I don't know. We'll see. And then Liv Morgan, who was off doing a movie and took a couple weeks off, but apparently will be back sooner than people thought she would be. But again, not scheduled to do anything tonight. Okay, so what is happening tonight, since no one involved here, no one that I pulled here is going to be at least not scheduled to be directly involved in the announced matches. But there's the matches we do have. Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against Penta. I can't see them taking it off Dominic this quickly. He just won it at WrestleMania. Although a lot of people speculated maybe that was just the way to get it off Braun Breaker because he was going to do this thing with Seth. So potentially, but if you're going to give it to Penta, why wouldn't you just give it to Penta in that situation? So I don't really see why Dom winning it, even though he got a really crazy face reaction, which I don't know if that was the intention originally, would then just drop it to Penta. So I think Dominic Mysterio is going to retain. There could be a lot of Judgment Day shenanigans, I'd imagine, and potentially Rey Fenix getting involved, setting up maybe a Lucha Brothers versus Judgment Day something. I don't know. We'll see. And then next up, we got Jacob Fatu defending the U.S. title against LA Knight, Damian Priest, who was the only one we've seen so far that involved, and then Drew McIntyre. Again, similar to the Dom situation, you just put it on Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. I don't see him losing it this quickly. I could see there being involvement from Solo, but other than that, I don't see. Maybe some of the. I mean, I think Tama Tonga and Tonga Lower is still out injured. Although there's still another Fatu somewhere, and there's another brother Hikuleo that could get involved. I suppose I don't necessarily see that happening, but I don't see Jacob Fatu losing the title this quickly. So stick with him. Then we got Lyra Valkyria defending the Intercontinental title against Becky Lynch. Of course, Becky Lynch returned to WrestleMania to take Bayley's spot because Bayley got injured before the match with Liv and Raquel. Everyone said it was Liv and Raquel, assumed it was Liv and Raquel, but I kind of speculated it was going to be Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch was going to turn on Lyra Valkyria. it didn't happen at WrestleMania. They saved that for the next night. But ultimately, I kind of was on the right page there. And then assuming, of course, that Becky was the one that attacked Bayley, which ended up being the case as well. And then they lost the tag titles back to Liv and Raquel, setting up the Intercontinental title match. Now, I gotta imagine Becky Lynch is gonna win. I don't see how you could do this angle and then just have her lose. Eventually setting up Becky Bayley down the line makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just need to step it up a little bit for this IC title, unless Bayley just returns and costs Becky, which could happen too. I could see them doing that as well. But I'm gonna go with Becky just because I feel like I think they want to elevate this Intercontinental title a little bit more. Putting on Becky, I think, would help do that, at least for the interim. Maybe eventually Lyra gets it back, but I don't know. So I'm going with Becky. And then, of course, the main event, we got John Cena taking on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Builds kind of as the last time ever they'll fight. We'll see about that. I don't know how many more matches John Cena's got in him before the end of the year, but you got to imagine there's other people he's going to want to fight before he's done. So I don't see them having the one thing we don't want to happen is them to have like a trio of matches to take up all of John Cena's time left. I mean, no offense to either of them, but we've seen Randy and John Cena plenty of times. It's cool to see it one last time, especially in St. Louis with it being Randy's hometown, but I don't think we need to see it more than once. And I don't see John Cena losing. So there we go. I think John Cena's going. There could be shenanigans, whether that involves anyone or just John Cena being a shenanigan-filled guy. I don't know. A lot of people are kind of harking back to it was No Way Out 2008, I think it was. After Cena, was it when Cena returned at the Rumble, won the Rumble, and then decided, I'm going to take my championship match at No Way Out instead of, was it No Way Out or Elimination Chamber, whatever it was called at the time, instead of WrestleMania, and they had the match, and then Orton punched the referee or hit whatever happened, and got himself disqualified. Eventually led to the triple threat at WrestleMania, anyways, that Randy Orton won. But whatever. A lot of people are saying he's going to pay him back for that, and Cena will get himself disqualified on purpose to retain. I don't necessarily like that idea, just because that would kind of mean Orton should get another shot, which again I don't think we need. So I think Cena's just going to win. Could be shenanigans, for sure, but I think he'll win, and we'll move on to something else. And then Pat McAfee versus Gunther. I don't know why I skipped over that one. I'm just reading the list in order, and I completely just skipped over that one. Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Well, I'll bring this up on last because it's such a goofy match to begin with. Gunther should just absolutely destroy Pat McAfee, but then the rumors are going crazy. Goldberg's going to return and attack Gunther because they set that thing up at Bad Blood last year, and Goldberg's going to have his last retirement match, which I guess I could see that. I don't know that that's going to happen during the match. I could see it happening after the match. Maybe Gunther beats Pat McAfee. Maybe he goes to threaten Michael Cole, and then Goldberg comes out to save Michael Cole for whatever reason. But I do think Gunther's going to win. I mean, the only scenario in that he doesn't, it would be because of Goldberg or some sort of interference during the match. But I feel like that's just something you like, because what's the benefit of Pat McAfee winning the match? Like, I get Goldberg costing Gunther would set up the Gunther Goldberg match. Not that you really need to do that since you already did it, but I think since it was so long ago, maybe people just forgot. So maybe we need something else to kind of remind everyone. Oh yeah, these guys had a thing a couple months ago, 6 months ago, whatever it was. So yeah, I just don't understand. So for me, like, I understand how they set up the match. I get that. I'm surprised it's happening now. Like, because honestly, like, if Gunther just destroys Pat McAfee and Pat McAfee goes away for a while because he's got other commitments, I understand. But like, I wouldn't think he would be going away yet because football season's not till the fall. So it almost seems like this should have been like a match for later on. But obviously, they're just setting the Goldberg thing up. Then fine, but I don't understand the connection with McAfee and Goldberg. But maybe it's just because it's Pat McAfee. It's not like a regular wrestler. Like, there's a little bit more of I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, though. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. So we'll see. So coming up tonight, we got Backlash. I think the pre-show starts at 5. The actual PLE starts at 7. And it's a little earlier because they got UFC. There's a UFC thing on tonight, too. So they probably just want it to be over with before the UFC starts, even though, I don't know. I mean, I know they're the same company or whatever, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, so that's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We got Saturday Night's Main Event in 2 weeks, and then NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing coming up on the Sunday of that weekend as well. So lots of wrestling coming your way. So I'll be back to do some previews. Although it's a little dicey. Hopefully, I'll probably do videos. Except the problem, I'm gonna have to. My schedule is gonna be a little weird, so I might not have any idea what's going on, or at least not know the cards or something. But I'll probably do something, throw up something anyways. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe, have fun. Talk to you next time. Bye.